Welcome to the Trello training session. Uh, in this session, I'm going to cover how to manage projects using Trello. Especially, I'll show the projects that we have been um, so far developed in Trello so that we can monitor. So what I'm going to cover this time, I'm going to give some general introduction at the very first place. Then I'll talk a little bit about the basic working mechanism before uh, going to our projects. So within that projects, I'll explain how the Trello board can be effective to monitor all our projects. These are very big projects, so it will be very good to see how we can manage this. So first thing first, what is Trello? The Trello is a collaborative tool that organizes our projects into various boards, like using some boards. So what we can do at the very first place, what we can do, we can have a Trello account, and very straightforward. We can sign up it as a free. So we have three kind of Trello subscription. One is like free, the other one is gold, and the third one is business class. So they basically varies with a lot of facilities, especially focusing on the number of users and also focusing on the number of board you can create, and most importantly, the power up add-ons. So the power up add-ons will give you a lot of opportunity to work around the Trello board to make it more meaningful, and the management become easier if you able to use them power-ups. And for free users, you can use only one power-ups, and for a business user, you can use a lot of as many as you need to. So once you have put down your name into the accounts, you'll get an email into your mailbox, and you have to confirm it like that way. But in that case, what will happen, probably I will send you a request, and the request would be looks like that. It will go to your mailbox. Then you would go to the board by creating account, and QT is already maintaining this the mother subscription from Atlassian, which will provide you the enterprise connection to the website of Trello using the the emails of QUT. As you can see, if you use the QUT email, it will enable you to log in to the Atlassian. But still, this is free account. This is not a business or gold user account. However, in that way, you'll be able to jump into the dashboard, which looks like something like that, because I'll invite you with one of the projects, which is V2 VRU, and that you will see in your dashboard like that way. Well, so let's begin with some Trello basics. First of all, what is board? A board is a collection of cards ordered in a list of lists. So what happens, like those are the boards, as you can see here. Those are the boards. That is like in my dashboard, there are various kind of boards, and each board here is representing on projects. So we can use boards to manage the projects, and we can use to track and organize anything using all of those boards. So the question is, how can we create a board? It's very simple. Here, this is the button. If you click here, you'll get here to create a board, and you can give a name, say for example ABC. So yep, there's the board. You have been created. So what happens, like inside the board, this is a board, you can create the lists. Here you can create the lists, as many as you need according to the project management methodology, or the methodology you're going to follow. So in our cases, we would have a backlog, we would have to-do list, we would have some other part, and finally we would have a list of done. So let's create the list, for example, backlog. So this is the board that I've created as a backlog. Similarly, we can create to-do list here and also done list. So this is all about the list. You can create as many lists as you want. So inside this list, you can create a card. You can add a card. So inside the card, you will have the list, you will have the description of your work. Say for example, I can say that this is backlog on, or I can say that this is milestone 1. So it will create a card inside of it, as you can see here. So similarly, we can create milestone 2 or backlog 2. And so on and so forth, etc. So what you can do here, you can create board as many as you want. You can enter here as well, like that way. And you can change the name. And also you can create the to-do list here, like maybe backlog A, something like that. So what happens, you can insert all the description inside of it. If you just click it here, you'll get the board view here. This is actually the content section. So all you can do, you can keep the description here, like description, and you can create a list here, list 1, list 2, list 3, something like that. And the important thing here is that they are unformatted, but you can format them as well. Say for example, you can have 2 asterisks here to make it bold. Okay, so you can have a hyphen here to make it a list. And interestingly, you can see all the formatting things here. The instruction has given here how you can do that, So this is the list. So if you go here, it gives a lot of information. Say for example, if you wanted to have a first level header, you can make it a first level header like that way. So there you go. It will make it a fast level header. Yeah, so as you can see here, this looks like a fast level header. Anyway, so yeah. So in that way you can format here, and the format instruction is given there. Once you just click it here, you'll get the format information here, and you can put it you can put it here, all the sections, subsections, the description, objectives of the card. It does have a lot of options here, and they are very important. For example, you can create a checklist here, like in our cases, what we will create a card as a task, and we'll create some subtask. So inside the task, there will be the checklist as a subtask. So we'll say add subtasks. So it will add here, and you can create the subtask like subtask 1, subtask 2, etc. And once you'll do everything like that way, then what will happen? Also, your subtask has been done. You can click it here, so it will show that how much you have done, and similarly everything like that way. So when everything will be done, all the subtasks will be done, you can see all the subtask has been done. You can transfer it from here to here, and all the card can be transferable from one place to another place. Say for example, when you have to do it, you can transfer it here, and since it has been done, you can transfer it to here. In that way, you can see like how many backlogs are yet to start. Some backlogs has already been started, and some backlogs of your project work has been done so far. So let's look at inside some more options. We have levels, so we could have many tasks and subtasks, and we can assign the task into a single level. Say for example, we can have task A with that color. So if there are three tasks, so task 1 we can give one color, task 2 we can give another color, and so on and so forth. This is also very important. We can assign a deadline for each task here, and the deadline will be assigned. So you can see here the deadline is given here. You can follow this up. Once the deadline will be over, the color of that card will be changed, and it will give you notification the deadline is over or something like that. So that is also important to to follow up individual tasks. We can attach file from computer, from some other kind of the clouds here. So the important thing I would like to say here, that there is an activity and we can start a discussion here. Say for example, if I want to give some tips, we can ask for some part to note to someone, then we can say like, please have a look, and we can assign we can assign someone whom I wanted to look at this. So yeah, say for example, yeah, Nishanti is there, so I can tag Nishanti here so that she can look at this issue. Well, from that point of view, if anything happened, anything has been done, we can also like attach these things as a doc file or some other kind of file here to follow this up. And and we can assign, as I told you before, we can assign members here, like who is going to work around this backlog. We may have few people working in different section, so we can assign people from here, like this section is going to be done by me, or if anyone wanted to work on that area, we can assign it here. So in that way, each task, each milestone can be assigned to few peoples or on peoples of the project team. And this is the power up section. I have currently using gold version. I'll show you. So this power up option I'll introduce a little later. So this is all about the basic things. Now let's jump into our project. So shall we? Yeah, so this is V2VRU. I'll send some notification, some invitation. I've already sent invitation to some of the people. Here they are. So I have been so far designed this board based on the projects. And as we know, we have 6 milestones. On milestone is already been over. So this milestone is placed to down section milestone. So M1 stands for milestone 1, and in M1 we have only one task. This is T1. So that has been transferred to done. So the milestone 2 has been started. As you can see here, the M stands for milestone and the 2 stands for milestone 2. Similarly, milestone 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if we have been subdivided milestones into task. So similarly, task 1, task 2, T3 identifies for task 3, and so on and so forth. So this has been designed so far. We have all the milestones. Inside the milestone, we have task, we have subtask. The subtask inside the milestones are also been created, and they have been placed in this column. Since that looks like a little bulky, so I have been created and place them in a backlog extension here, but they're connected. So if you jump inside of it, say for example inside of it, so task 2 has subtask. This 2 subtask has been here. So if you just click it here, it will jump into the task, subtask 1 description, which is placed in backlog extension. So what happens? Let's jump into the milestone 2. So in milestone 2, the description has been given, and the milestone 2 are connected to all the tasks that all should be linked here. So when individual tasks will be assigned to individual people and will be done, then they will be gradually completed. They will be completed. Once they will be completed, then we can transfer, or it will be transferred to the done section. So you can say like what the power-ups done. This linking I have done using power-ups, which is called dependencies. So currently I'm using a free gold version that enables me to use 3 power-ups, and I'm using them. But for your cases, for free users, you couldn't use them. You probably have to upgrade your subscription to either gold or the business class. However, so let's have a look inside of it. So the milestone is the parent one. This milestone task 2 is the child of milestone, and so on and so forth. So I have been given the description here that we talked about. Inside the milestone, we have what we have, this task, we have the task description, we have the questions that actually connected to this task. Once this task has been done, we will able to answer this question, and this task has 2 subtasks. So when subtask 1 will be done, we'll click that that has been done, and someone will complete this, other one will approve this, and mutually we'll agree that yes, subtask 1 is done, subtask 2 is done, the question has been answered, and this then that will be completed. When that will be completed, yeah, so as you can see, it has been changed. Then we can transfer it to here to done. And even this transfer can be done automatically if we added some other other kind of dependencies. So I can animate this, automatize this later, but I'm not doing it right now because I don't have that access. However, in that way, we can jump inside of a task and we can solve that problem. But how it will happens? It will actually happens to the subtask. We'll complete the subtask. We have the due date of the subtask. Within this due date, we'll complete this subtask, and we'll transfer this subtask from this place to that place. But primarily, what we'll do, the subtask that we will assign to complete by the next week or in the following weeks, we'll transfer them. Say for example, subtask 4, task 4. Say for example, not task 4. Let's look at that. Task 1, subtask 1 has been working. So task 1 subtask has been started, and this also been started. We'll place them here. We'll follow this up, and we'll look at this only for the time being. After having everything done, we'll transfer them to the done, and gradually we'll monitor everything here. So I'll take this responsibility for the time being, and Professor Yanming can have the responsibility to look at that, like whether any subtask has been missing, whether we are getting any problem with any subtask. Say for example, this subtask, we are unable to get some solutions. The solution is not satisfactory. We may have some questions. We can keep it here so that everyone can jump into here and discuss about it. And after having this discussion, if we get that there is no solution of that, we are blocked, then we can move forward by keeping this there, so that we can take decision later on that. So this is basically how we can mobilize our projects, and we can monitor these projects using Trello board. So yeah, so this is the primary overview of the Trello board. I haven't created the Gantt chart yet, but I'll create the Gantt chart soon, and I'll let you know like how we can see visually with all of those tasks yet to be done and has already been done. So from the management perspective, the higher layer people, or the higher layer people will do, higher layer people basically um, will will add the members, who is going to done by what. Say for example, this milestone is responsible by these 2 or 3 people, so the higher layer people will uh, assign them here. Once they will assign them here, notification will go to the respective respective the user accounts. For example, here, so we would have things are here. Yeah, so as you can see here in home, I can see that I've been tagged in some milestones that I have to do. So if I click it here, I can see all the milestones that I have been assigned to complete. So I can follow this up, I can I can complete this task, and I can notify that the task is done, subtask has been done, and so on and so forth. So in that way, from the management perspective, we can look at every part of the projects, and this is how we can organize our projects so that we don't miss anything and we have a clear pictures of that projects. And I have also added the meeting minutes here. So what we have done, that we had a meeting, say for example we had internal meeting like that way, so all the internal meeting stuffs are been here. So that is the first meeting. I've been attached the meeting minutes here, so that all the meeting uh, that would be taken place over the time will also be visible in that single board to um, to get the access frequently. So this is how we can start, and this is yet the skeleton of the whole projects. We have to put a lot of information here, and we have to start interaction with each other using this board. So if you need any help regarding this, let me know. I can help you to walk you through individually. So that's it. Thank you very much.